was the real thing. I had to walk away. See, don't wanna be stitched up, out of my mind, feeling strung out, lagging behind, all trapped in, can't do a thing because I'm locked down. Stitched up, feeling the burn, all strung out, finally learned that trapped in, can't do a thing because I'm locked down. I wonder where she came from, I wonder where she's gotta go. Who's to say she's single? Who's to say she's on her own? Girls like that don't sleep alone. Alright, here's the thing. That girl is flawless, and I know I'm not the first one to think that. Since I'm not the first, I sure won't be the last. I spend my whole life looking behind my back. I just don't think I'm up to that. Stitched up, out of my mind, feeling strung out, lagging behind, no, trapped in, can't do a thing because I'm locked down.
What's up? John Mayer, Herbie Hancock, Stitched Up. Good morning, everybody. And good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending upon where you are in the YouTube village. Yes, it's still pretty early. I woke up this morning at 5, got really stoked because I went to bed early last night. Getting to bed early is a real champion thing to do. Many of you know that already now. And so today, woke up early, meditate, and then went to the gym and worked the chest and the back. That was great. Got up at 6, went over to the gym at 6, so I'm just like buzzing with energy. And now I'm back here to make a video real quick to, a lot of people, again, the emails have gotten to be a lot more in volume. So I have to generalize as much as I can. A lot of people are having a hard time staying on point with the foods, and I just wanted to say that it's really a great idea to continually come back to the sun-fired foods, which are the fruits and the vegetables, because if you think about it for a minute, think about the little millions of miles of blood vessels and blood veins, tiny little microcapillaries that are as thin as a hair. Now let's imagine the juice of a cherry going into your mouth, masticated, saliva breaks it down, goes into the stomach. The sugars start going right through the cell walls. Small intestine, you begin to absorb a lot of those other innumerable life-giving elements. Science hasn't even begun to discover half of them yet about what's really going on. But think about those cherry juices, the color and the sugars and the water and the oxygen and the essential oils of a cherry. Now, compare that next to white rice and how that might affect, or bread or cheese, and how that might affect the ability of those beautiful colors and flavors and vibrations and essences to go and penetrate deeply within those small microcapillaries, feeding the hair, feeding the teeth, feeding all the cells in the body. And then you put, now the cherry's one thing, and now put white rice. Now think about that for a minute. How is the white rice going to respond as far as getting deeper into the cells, bringing blood flow to the face, bringing blood flow to the external organs like the skin? Okay, and then imagine how that's going to affect the blood flow in the internal organs. White rice is kind of a clumpy mess, where a cherry is just going to bring life, vitality, beauty, energy, and the living essence, a vibration that isn't even really able to be spoken of yet, but can be seen when thine eye is single, and everything is filled with light. So you see the aura of the cherry. You want that for sure, but then if you want to get scientific and linear, you think of the essential oils. I'm not talking about Marciano cherries, because those are cooked dead, no aura, no electromagnetic aura, which adds to your emanations and vibrations. I mean, do you want to feel and look worse today, or do you want to feel and look better? Anybody out there say worse? Oh, there wasn't even one? Nobody wants to be more overweight today? Nobody wants to have more pasty skin? Come on. There's got to be somebody out there that says, I want to look pasty. I want to look weak, sickly, white, pale. You know, and the people with pale skin, it's one thing, but you can have colorful, beautiful, pale skin, healthy skin. Pale isn't the best word, but I'm just saying, you lose that, you lose that color when you begin to clog up those hair-like blood vessels. So it's all about fruits and vegetables, herbs, because the fruit sugars and the cell salts in the vegetables or herbs are what build the most high-quality tissues. Ask an elephant. Hey, Mr. Elephant, when's the last time you ate a piece of meat? Never. Now go arm wrestle with an elephant or try to wrestle him with his trunk. He will whoop you. Go hang out with a gorilla. Gorillas eat maybe 1 to 2% of some type of little animal protein, very rarely. There's a lot of different primates and whatnot. They have different eating habits, but generally the ones that are closest to us are frugivorous in nature. So fruit, sugars, and vegetable cell salts are the best to build quality tissue. I mean, a lot of the size that you see within the human beings is actually just marbled up interstitial fluids. In other words, kind of a bloated lymphatic system. And for me, I would rather have tight, clean, highly efficient tissue. So if you're trying to lose weight, look better, feel better, eliminate diseases, and also have more of a clear head, then you're going to want to eat those fruits and vegetables, period. And you're going to want to get yourself into the habit of consuming enough of those fruits and vegetables to where you can have energy and build quality tissue, but not so much that you begin to clog up the body. The body is a very, it doesn't want too much and it doesn't want too little. And finding that balance is one of the most challenging things as a human being, because we've all grown up on cooked foods, and you know how it is. When you eat raw foods, you can only eat the average person 5, maybe 8. A fruitarian can eat like maybe 10 or 12 oranges. A real high athletic type fruitarian, 10 or 12 oranges. The average person is going to eat like 4 or 5, 6 oranges, and that's it, for a meal, and that's good. But wait till you get the pasta regatta or the macaroni and cheese. You don't have to stop. Your hunger mechanism never shuts off, and you can eat like 2,000 calories of pasta. You can't eat 2,000 calories worth of oranges in one sitting. Your stomach won't handle it. So if you're in a weight loss phase, it's also good for building muscle, slowly building muscle, high quality tissue, slow and steady, building those tissues, high quality, high functioning, beautiful, radiant, colorful tissues that are oscillating at a very high rate and functioning and communicating with one another. If you lose cell communication due to an enzyme deficiency or a excess of processed foods, because the excesses of processed foods will, of course, again, clog up the interstitial fluids and keep the cell, try to put a cell in some orange juice or put a cell in a big old vat of cream cheese and say, Mr. Cell, which one helps you to utilize oxygen and sugars better? That's right, you want your cells bathing in orange juice and not sour cream or whatever it was I said, cream cheese. And once those cells stop, being able to communicate with one another, that's when it begins to break down. That's when the acid load begins to break down the functionability of cells, and then the cells can't communicate. And that's where we begin to get these diseases. And the diseases are rampant. There's only one disease, and that's obstruction. And then that obstruction leads to deficiencies because the cells can't communicate and they can't absorb, utilize, and eliminate properly. So we're looking for oxygen, sunlight, pure water, lots of sleep, and of course the best, cleanest, most high water, easily digestible foods that don't leave layers and layers of mucus behind when you eat them. So I hope that I presented a good case for you to consume more fresh fruits and vegetables today. My name is Dan McDonald. I am the Life Regenerator. I make these videos because I believe that they're helping people. I see the struggling, I see the people with overweight, the mom and the daughter are not feeling well, and I just wanted to make this video for them. I will try to call you later, young lady. Drop the cookies, drop the junk food, and so what? Everybody fails. Everybody gets on this thing, decides they're going to do it, and falls off. I've been falling off and getting back on for 11.5 years. Do you think that I'm ever going to quit? The answer to that is no. I'm going to continue to improve, to work towards my highest dream of what I have referred to in past videos as the complete healing. Only I will know what that is when the time comes. But when Jesus said in the Gospel of Peace, it's my opinion that he did say this, and if he didn't, it doesn't matter because it changed my life anyways, but he said, fast and pray until the Lord of the house returns, until you wake up to your true self. And I don't know how long that's going to take, if I'm going to nail it in this lifetime or one to come, but it doesn't matter to me because the process is what is really fun. The process is where you evolve. So get into this, commit to it, lose the weight, eliminate the disease, and enhance your beauty. Enhance the quality of your skin. Enhance the function of your mind. The simplicity of the food that goes into the stomach. 1 or 2 or 3 different types of food at a meal keeps your head and your blood clear. Use those foods to get that mucousy, thick lymph out of your lungs and off your heart so that you don't have occlusions and lowered cardiovascular response. You want to have nice, clean, flowing blood throughout all the body. And the way that we do that is the best foods for human consumption, in my opinion, is going to be high volumes of fresh fruit balanced out with high volumes of leafy green herbs, and then roots and squashes and whatnot during those times of the year when those other things aren't available. Soaked nuts and seeds in small quantities to have some nice of the amino acids and the strength when you need it. Everyone's in a different place, but my job here today on this planet is just to make fruits and vegetables cool again and help people to understand why the sun-fired foods, the foods cooked by nature on the trees and out of the ground, which are the herbs and the wheat grasses, which is one of my favorite, and the apples and the oranges and the bananas and the cherries and the grapes and the watermelons and the lemons and the dandelion greens and the parsley and the nettles and all the other herbs and flowers and roots and shoots and squashes and gourds and living foods that come from the earth, minimally processed as possible, chewed thoroughly, or using the modern tools these days to accelerate your progress on this path with the juicing, the blended soups, the food processors making things fun for people that are just getting started. You will get to a day where there is no better meal than watermelon with lemon juice on it. You're full, you're satisfied, you're energized, you're hydrated, you're alkalinized, you're detoxified. I mostly work in the fields of detoxification, but I do understand health from many different angles. As a bodybuilder and a fitness athlete for many years, particularly focused on helping people to alleviate suffering. So I focus on the detox. That's why I like to use those astringent fruits with high alkalinity like watermelon, grapes, pears, apples, etc., which help to dissolve mucus accumulations in the body. There is healthy mucus and there's unhealthy mucus. And when I refer to mucus, I'm generally referring to the unhealthy mucus, which is coagulated particularly from the deadly dairy products, which are cooked to all hell, excuse my language, to all heck, and then people consume those and the proteins are too big, the caseins are hurting you, and you can't digest and metabolize it. And once that dairy gets in there and you get the lung issues, and it just becomes caked upon caked upon caked, and you can't breathe fully, and your lymphatic system doesn't move, and everything gets clogged up. Get oxygen, get sunlight, get lots of sleep, get lots of pure water, have good relationships, and for the quickest and easiest and most practical way to improve your life today, start consuming more fresh fruits and vegetables. This is Dan McDonald. I am nothing but a servant to the people in this world. I only have a little bit of time left on this planet, so I make lots of cool videos like this to just inspire you to do your best today. And when you fall, you get back up right away, you recommit, and you walk, and you ride, and you play, and you live, and you love, and you forgive yourself right then, and you move on, and you look at that failing as an opportunity to grow. Okay, you saw it, and now you're not going to do that again. You're going to get back up, And even if you do it again, you're going to recommit and you're going to get back to the fruits and vegetables because that's where it's at. Nobody has all the answers because there's an infinite context in the human experience. But in general, I'd like to just say that I really, really love fruits and vegetables, and I am going to eat a nice truckload of them today and keep on with the fitness and taking real good care of myself, and I hope you do too. So thank you very much. Peace be with you. Had a really good time making this video. Hope you learned something. Subscribe to these videos and sign up for my The Insiders Club, and I'll send a video over there real quick. And pay attention for the Oakland juicing class coming up. I'm going to check a spot today, a yoga studio. Today I'm going to go shake the lady's hand, put a down payment on the place. So if you're in the Oakland, Sacramento, or LA area and you want to learn more about this stuff in person and get the Purusha of the teacher passed right into you, we're going to go into weight loss. We're going to go into improvement of the skin. We're going to go into energy, the elimination of acute and chronic illnesses. We're going to create beauty. So I'm going to go over everything in this class. It's going to be tentatively on the 17th. And that is a Sunday, the 17th of March, and tentatively starting at 1 p.m. Okay, I will let you know more details. So pencil that in. I'm going to go meet the lady today, and I will make a video tomorrow once I've sealed the deal. I need to look people in their eyes, shake their hand, and see the place. So hopefully the place with a full kitchen will be good enough. And I wanted to mention this just to give anyone in the area that would want to come out a good enough heads up that on the 17th at 1 p.m. in San Francisco, I'm going to be doing the most epic detoxification class, juicing for detox. And then afterwards it's going to be a drum circle and dance party. So another dream of Dan the Man's coming true. I've always wanted to, because everybody wants to party, right? It's fun, but there's no good healthy partying. This party's going to have wheatgrass and lemon ginger blast and a low glycemic green juice and a savory soup, and maybe I'll even, if I have time, hook up some kind of nice raw food meal to sort of bring everyone down off the juice high. Anyways, I will be letting you know about that very soon. I wanted to give a heads up. I'm real excited about this. You can make your dreams come true, that's for sure. You got to just open up your heart. So I'll let you go now. Your time is very precious and you mean a lot to me, so thank you. Goodbye. Peace.